I'd like to welcome back to thebookdesigner.com Brian Felsen, President and CEO of BookBaby, the ebook distributor. And Brian was last here when BookBaby was new a few months ago, and we had a chance to sit down and talk about what BookBaby was doing for ebook distribution. And I really wanted to talk to Brian to look back on what's happened this year, because it's been a pretty incredible year for ebooks. And so how's it been going over there at BookBaby, Brian?
It's been going great. We never expected books to ramp up as much as it did. We started it because I have some of the platforms, the iPad and the Kindle, and we were already delivering iTunes a quarter of all their music anyway, and so many of our authors were also releasing their books. So they're also writers. So this solved the problem of our musicians, and it helped. It helped. It was a natural because of the relationship we had with Apple and with Amazon.
Fantastic. So are you saying really that the amount of business you're doing is far larger than what you expected to be at this point in time?
Yes, we just started it with one partner. We just started it over a breakfast conversation at South by Southwest last year with Apple. We got it up and running within a week, and then we didn't expect the initial response to be what it was. So we started adding more partners, Amazon and Barnes& Noble Nook, Sony Reader and Kobo, and now I just signed a bunch of other deals, and we didn't expect to have thousands of authors at this stage of the game.
Well, that's fantastic. And, I've sent quite a few clients to BookBaby because I think it's really great when authors really should be people who are writing and marketing and not spending a lot of time with stuff like HTML and, book layouts. So I typically advise writers, if you're going to do this, find somebody who can take care of everything. And I like the fact that BookBaby gives you a single point of distribution for the whole ebook field. So I think that's really a great advantage you got.
Yeah, there are. I mean, you could do it yourself to one of the partners, like Amazon or something, but some of the aggregators will not take individual authors. Many of them won't. And we provide you a centralized accounting dashboard for all of them, and we do a really good job. We do them by hand. It's what we specialize in it, and it's like changing the oil of your car. Like, you could do it yourself, but why?
Exactly right. I mean, I frequently have this conversation with people about doing formatting and design for print books, which is kind of technical also. And, what's the point of learning all that if you're only going to do it like once or maybe once a year? So it's really smart to partner with people who are really up to date on exactly what's happening in the market right now. Now, one of the things you mentioned in that earlier interview, Brian, that kind of caught me by surprise was the idea of BookBaby moving into print books. I could sure get my head around the idea of going from digital music to digital books. And I see from your site that you've now launched your printing service. I've got it up on my other monitor there, your printing digital book printing. Now, I really want to find out more about that and why you decided to do that, but I want to make sure that people understand this is digital book printing. There's no distribution or print on demand involved. But still, tell me what you did and why you decided to add this to your product mix.
Well, physical books are still important. I bring my Kindle to bed, and I bring my paperback books to the beach, and I mark them up. I like to write in the margins, and I love the feel of books. And Amazon always touts that ebooks have passed physical books in sale, but outside of the world of Amazon, that's not true. Physical books still matter, and they're everywhere, and authors can make a lot of money off of them. And so we wanted to provide it because Dismakers, who's our sister company, is a manufacturing facility. We do a lot of the things in terms of customer service and print manufacturing processes well, ordering processes, customer service, but the problem was always quality. Every print-on-demand or short-run book that I would see at a book conference, and I've been over a dozen in the past year, has screamed print-on-demand. They just don't look good. So the first thing I wanted to do was solve the problem of how to make print-on-demand books that look like something that you find in a bookstore. And I realized that the answer was to do short-run instead of print-on-demand, and that's what we're offering. Low-run but affordable books that look great. We don't pigeonhole you into like 3 styles to maximize our gang runs, and we don't outsource it either. We wanted to make books that are good for novelists and poets, cookbooks or art books, comic books, you name it. So that was the first thing. And after vetting almost 150 different providers, wow, we found a couple that will, because of our volume, do it affordably and do it beautifully. And we're really, really happy with the samples that we've gotten.
So now, are you doing hardcovers as well as softcovers?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, you know, the quality is really a big deal for us, because we do, every book is made in the same building, and every file is reviewed by a pre-press operator, which, you know, you're really not going to get everywhere else. So if you send us garbage, we're not going to just let anything print. We really want it to look good, and we guarantee it. Our books are guaranteed 100%, and we've got the best colors. We're G7 certified color, and we're the only, I don't think any other print-on-demand place or short run has all their work which is certified by the FSC, the Forest Stewardship Council, which enables them to be super eco-friendly, but not look like eco books. They really look beautiful. And in addition to that, really, aside from the quality, we've got, you know, customer service being, you know, like CD Baby. CD Baby is one of the and BookBaby, one of the very, very few companies on the entire internet that even has customers, that even will answer the phone. You know, we've got 46 people ready to answer the phone. So we're here to help, and by doing it short run instead of print on demand, you can make more money per book, because the economics of print on demand are such that you might pay over $10 for each book, and then you would have to charge far too much. And if you ship them out yourselves, you can even make money on shipping. If you ship it like $2.41 UPS or whatever, you could charge the end user $3.99, and you don't have to worry about royalty checks, because waiting months for other companies, because you're getting paid instantly. And to help you fulfill it, we don't print, we don't stamp proof on the last page like CreateSpace will or some others.
Well, thanks for doing that. I want to thank you on behalf of all book publishers, indie publishers. Well, it's certainly true, Brian, and you know, people who've been involved in self-publishing their own books for some time know the value of being able to sell books yourself personally, like at events, hand selling. And this is not a small amount of money. I know many people who do professional speaking, and a major part of their income is from book sales at the back of the room. So being able to get a high-quality book at a reasonable price, and only having to get you know, a small run, like 100 books at a time, puts a lot of power into the hand of authors. So I think that's interesting. I'm very interested in the whole quality side of what you're doing, and I'm planning on getting some samples or running a book through your process so I can see exactly what it is you're talking about and how you've managed to achieve this quality. So that's a big interest to me. Now, you know, it's the end of the year, and it's the time when typically we all run these articles and things about what's going on in the year. Now, this year has been really interesting for ebooks. It's been pretty explosive. And right now, what everybody's talking about is the sales of Kindle Fire, the other new Kindles that are out. You know, Amazon says they're selling like 1 million a week. And it just seems like we're sitting on top of like a tectonic plate, you know, just trying to keep our balance as all this stuff plays out. So looking into 2012, I want you to put your, you know, your seer's hat on and do a little prognosticating. What do you see happening in the ebook world specifically in 2012?
The short answer is I don't have the foggiest idea, and neither does anyone else. I could bloviate about how X is going to happen, and EPUB 3 is going to matter, and everything's going to be game-changing, but I just don't know. I had thought that the apps that came out were beautiful. If you look at the Alice app that came out with the iPad 1, it's a beautiful book, but then it turned out that, well, people weren't discovering books in the App Store anymore because there's 450,000 plus apps out there, and apps are expensive to make, and it takes time to go to market, and they get lost in there. So it turned out to be the ebook. And it was always the dynamic EPUB or the ebook, so that way text could flow and grow and shrink because of the Kindle and the iPhone and different size devices. But now it seems that the trend is toward more fixed layout to take advantage of the Nook Color and the Kindle Fire and the iPad. So you can make beautiful fixed layout books that preserve all of the formatting exactly of an original PDF or a particular layout. But those are still expensive to make. It's still a separate conversion and delivery for each partner. Takes many hours, and it costs a few $100s. So will that get easier with EPUB 3? That might be one thing that would happen. Another thing that might happen might be some consolidation. I had figured that a lot of the smaller ebook platforms would sort of shake out, but it's sort of solidifying around a few good readers. But it depends really on what's next for all these companies. Barnes & Noble, as their stores are threatened, are really pushing the Nook hard, and they're developing. Amazon is hedging their bets by continuing e-ink, but they're also releasing the Fire, which is beautiful, which is half the price of an iPad. But who knows what the iPad 3 might look like in July if one comes out then. So maybe further consolidation won't happen, and as such, I don't know what's going to happen. I just hope that that it standardizes somewhat, because it would enable us to produce more beautiful books for more readers, for more distribution outlets.
Well, I think that's right on the money. And I mean, what I'm advising people is, don't neglect ebooks. I mean, the one thing that we can say, I think, pretty fairly is more ebooks will be sold in 2012 than 2011. More people, since all these millions and millions of ebook readers are being sold, there will be an increasing population of people looking to buy books, whatever they choose, the kind of books they choose to buy for their e-reader. Might not be all their books. They might continue to buy some in print and some in e. But when clients ask me, I tell them, make sure that you're publishing. If you're publishing in print, also publish an ebook. And if you've got color, make sure the color is in your ebook, because they're not going to be black and white forever. Just like TV, it didn't stay black and white forever.
Yeah.
Well, that's really interesting. I think that, it's unpredictable what new players will come into the market. Just like at the beginning of 2011, we had no idea there would be a BookBaby, for instance. And, that will reshape the market also. Now, you were very generous last time, Brian. You gave my readers a really nice discount code, and hopefully a lot of them used it, because it's good to save money. And I know that that discount code we had is about to run out in a few days, so I'm wondering if we could strong-arm you into giving a little bit more of a discount to the Book Designer readers.
I don't have to be strong-armed. I love your writing, and and absolutely, it's let's do well, yeah. So yours, let's extend the ebook one, the 10% off, for another 6 months. And then I can also do let's do 10% off of the physical, the print book one, till the end of February. So print one end of February. Let's try that, and then we'll do. So all anybody would have to do is just put in as a coupon code when checking out. Just put in the coupon code JFBookman2, and that'll be good. Well,
it's easy to remember. It's got that going. And I want to thank you. That's very generous. And
sure.
Hopefully it'll encourage some people to try your print book service, because it just looks fascinating. And, I'm always looking for people who can produce a better quality digital book. So I'm quite interested in what you're doing, and particularly the quality end of it. And I intend to get a hold of some of those books, and maybe we'll write it up on the blog, so, we can really show people what you're doing there.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic, Brian. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add?
No, give us a try. I mean, really, we're if you have any questions, just email us or even call us. We answer the phone, as I said, and mainly happy holidays. We're really a couple days away, so all
Yeah,
the best to you and yours.
coming up fast, and happy holidays to you and your family and everybody at BookBaby. And I want to thank you in the midst of all this holiday madness for stopping and taking a few minutes to talk to us. And we'll be posting this on the blog. So have a great holiday season, and thanks again for coming in.
Cool, thanks. I'll see you at the San Francisco Writers Conference, where I'll be interviewing you.
In February, I'll be
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Cool.
Brian.
See you there then. Bye.